Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. We're wrapping up the end of 2020 and I'm going to highlight everything in 2020. So here comes the first video of 2020 of wrapping up 2020. If you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel so you can see more of me, more reviews, more drugstore, more, mom life and makeup, all that fun stuff. And let's get on into the best purchases I made in 2020 that were not new releases. Number one on my list is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I actually stumbled upon this foundation when I was doing a recap of 2019 Beauty Guru favorites. And the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation had actually been on my list for a while, and I had purchased it to use later on. And when I used it for that video, I was completely blown away by the full coverage of it, and also the fact that it's long wearing and it doesn't dry out your skin and it doesn't cling to weird skin patches and all that kind of stuff. It is a great formula. I love that you can use it as a full coverage foundation, or you can use it as a concealer with another foundation, or if you wanted to buy a lighter color, a lighter shade of the Pure 4-in-1 and use it as your contouring highlighting shade, you could do that as well. It does come with the pump, and then you unscrew it and you have a little doe foot applicator in here. So like I said, you could use it as just a concealer, or you could use it as just your foundation, or you could buy a shade that is your foundation match, and you could buy a shade that is your concealer match, and you have an amazing full coverage long wearing formula for your foundation and your concealer. Number two is the Blue Moon palette from ColourPop Cosmetics. This one I did purchase in 2020, and I am so happy that I did. I had been debating purchasing this for a very long time. I liked the color story, and I liked ColourPop's formula in general. Very easy, very pigmented, and they're just easy to work with. And the Blue Moon palette was a part of the 9pan monochromatic series that they came out with, and I decided to purchase it. And with the Blue Moon palette, it does not falter in any way. It is pigmented, it's easy to work with, it has an amazing and gorgeous color story, and it is all a blue color story. You can create a lighter blue eyeshadow look, a darker blue eyeshadow look. One of my favorites that I created was an icy blue eyeshadow look, and it looked like Elsa to me. And I really enjoy that palette. It's colorful, it's easy to work with. If you're wanting to get into color, usually going with one color and sticking with it and working with it is the best way to go. For me, blue was the option. I am so happy that I purchased the Blue Moon palette. I actually think it's under a new name now. Not quite sure. I can look that up for you guys. Number three on my list, something that I'm super glad that I purchased in 2020, the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. This is my bottle here, and it has hyaluronic acid, oat acid. Hyaluronic acid is known for plumping the skin, and then oat acid is more for soothing the skin. I've gone through 2 bottles of these in 2020. This is the larger size, and I also went through a smaller size of it. I like this Milky Mist because it is refreshing and hydrating, and it has the hyaluronic acid in it to plump my skin, and it has a very non-offensive mist. This is my last bottle of it, and I have barely any left. The other thing that I really like about the Hydrating Milky Mist is the fact that you can use it to prime your face, or you can use it to set your face, or you can use it for set, prep, everything in between. It is an overall amazing setting spray, and the longevity on your makeup is so good. Number four, a purchase that I'm so glad I made was actually a brow gel from the Ulta Beauty makeup line. It is their brow tint gel, and this is the soft brown color. I really like this brow gel because it is long lasting. I'm actually wearing it today. It really sets my brow hairs into place for a very, very long time, and they actually have a decent color range from a blonde to a lighter brown to a darker brown to a dark brown, and then a black. So they do have a decent range of colors that you can choose from. I am a soft medium brown because my eyebrows are very, very dark, And one thing I absolutely love about this specific brow wand is that the actual brush on the brow wand is teeny tiny, and it makes it so easy to maneuver in your eyebrow hairs. Or I have had other eyebrow gels that just don't do that. Their wand is like super thick, super long, and it's really hard to work with, and I end up getting eyebrow gel like all over my face. It is something I love to work with. One of the best formulas that I have used. Keeps my eyebrows in place. It's a perfect shade match for me, and it works really, really well. Number 5, the Hoola Bronzer by Benefits. And this is not a cruelty-free bronzer, but I had to throw it in there because it was one that I received as a free gift when you made a purchase. So I purchased a Hoola, it was a Benefit eye pencil sharpener because I needed a new eyeliner sharpener, and I got the Hoola bronzer. The Hoola bronzer it's such a great bronzer. I don't like that it's not cruelty-free. I try to stick to cruelty-free as much as possible, but since I got it for free, I thought, why the hell not? Like, let's just try it. So after trying it, these are my thoughts on it. I love how soft and silky the texture is. It's not like gritty. The way that it's milled, it's very like pleasing when you put it on your skin, and it makes it easier to put on your skin. And that makes it so that it's not patchy, it blends out easily, and it's like the perfect shade for me. It is long wearing, and it also goes on kind of like soft at first, and then you can build it up, which is also a great thing about any type of bronzer. You want it so that it's not like super pigmented at first. You want it to warm up your face. You want to be able to build up the warmth. You don't want something that's like streaky and patchy all over your face. And the Hoola bronzer is not streaky or patchy by any means at all. It's a very good bronzer. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm so glad that I purchased it in 2020. So glad that I received it, and ended up being one of my favorites for 2020. Number 6, a Covergirl Cheekers blush. So I actually tried one of my Cheekers blushes when I did a video with my mom. She challenged me to do a full face of makeup under $25, and we went on a little shopping spree, and we bought some Covergirl makeup, and one of them was the Covergirl Cheekers blush. I used to use it when I was in high school, like all the time, and it had been a while since I had used one, so I'm really glad that we picked it up. I really like that it goes on more sheer and you can build it up, and it doesn't texturize your skin, doesn't texturize your face. It lasts like a pretty decent amount of time, and then it doesn't wear down funny. So like you can build it up, make it look pigmented on your skin, and then throughout the day it doesn't just like fade like instantly. It's one of those things where it does like a natural fade over time, but it still is there at the end of the day. You don't have to worry about it not being there. It's a very great blush formula overall, and I think it's like $4 for a Cheekers blush. So another favorite of mine, number 7, is a Pixie Mud Mask, and this is actually a skincare thing that I'm so glad that I purchased in 2020. It ended up being on sale at Target, and I was like, oh, I might as well pick this up. And I love everything about the Pixie Mud Mask Cleanser. I actually use it mostly in the shower, so while I am conditioning my hair, I like to put the mud mask on and let it just sit on my face for a couple of minutes, and then I rinse it off. So it's supposed to clean out your pores the way a mud mask is supposed to, and it's supposed to detoxify your face and like make it feel like fresh and pretty. The thing is that I really like about it is you can use it in the shower, like I said, or you can put it on after you have actually cleaned your face, and you leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes, and then you wash it off like you would a regular mud mask. So number 8, the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid with B5. So it has 2% hyaluronic acid in it, which is known to plump the skin and rehydrate your skin, and then it has B5 in it, which is meant for brightening. And the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid and B5 is like a $5 serum that you can get at Ulta Beauty. It does come in a larger bottle and a smaller bottle, and I've gone through a small bottle, a large bottle. I love the formula. I love that it's definitely evened out my skin tone, gotten rid of some of those fine lines, some of those wrinkles, plumped my skin, hydrated my skin, made me look younger, and it's just overall helped everything with my face in general. Number 9 on the list is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. This is not a new primer by any means, but it is a less than $5 primer. It's like $4.80 or something. They do now sell it at Ulta, which makes me so happy. They were only selling it at Sephora for a while, but now Ulta has it. The Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer works more of like a gripping primer. It's a silicone primer, but it's also said, even on the label, that you can use this as a part of your skincare routine, which is a very interesting combination. So it's a silicone primer that can be used as a part of your skincare routine. So it acts as a gripping primer, it moisturizes, and it fills in your fine lines. It's supposed to blur and smoothen your skin. It is just a great overall $5 primer. I love to pair it with some of my fuller coverage foundations to kind of give it a little bit more of a grip, to blur my skin, to prime my skin, and give me like a really flawless and beautiful complexion for the day. Number 10, and the last item on my list that I'm so glad that I purchased in 2020. It is a moisturizer, and it is also from The Ordinary. This moisturizer that I purchased from The Ordinary was actually for a friend's wedding. I was doing her wedding makeup, and she needed something that was like an extra boost of moisture on her skin because she just had dry skin. So I picked up this moisturizer thinking, oh, this would be a great like addition just to her skincare routine, and I used it as a prep for her wedding makeup, and then I started using it for myself, and I noticed that 100% it does like enhance the moisturization, and it hydrates your face so much more. I feel like my skin has become way more buoyant and like even complexion because of what is in it, and then it also is just more accepting of any type of product that I put on my skin. It's such a great moisturizer, like overall. I actually have been using it on my hands as well, and they have not been as dry as what they usually are in the winter time. Usually I get like nasty crusty hands, and I've been using this moisturizer on my hands as well, and I've noticed like a severe difference in the way that my hands look as opposed to like years past. They don't look as aged, they don't look as dry, they don't look as old man hands, old lady hands. And the same can be said about my face. Usually in the winter time I get really like dry patches like underneath my nose. Haven't noticed that, especially with a whole bunch of the other skincare products that I mentioned in this video. And I usually get some more deeper wrinkles in here when my skin isn't as like plumped and hydrated. This is just such a great hydrating moisturizer for your skin, and I absolutely love it. It's a very good moisturizer. So guys, 10 products that I'm so glad that I purchased in 2020. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! If you guys are new here, subscribe to the channel so you guys can see the blah 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 blah.